Going into the replay cast of the 4th and 5th games of this finals. I'm not sure if that was actually an anti-spoiler replay, if they went into a final game or not, but we're soon going to find out. Shiny at the point in time was leading 2-1 in the series against Miso, and this is going to be the game that will either decide whether Miso is going to stay in the tournament or if he is going to be not removed. Let's turn off the replay panel so we don't have a progress bar, and let's turn off this one as well. We do have a bit of a different overlay, but it should be fine. And we are going to move into this next game here. Fastest, normal speed. Miso is going to be our Zerg player, starting over in the bottom left 7 o'clock position. And then in the top right we will have Money King, the blue Terran, looking to defend his Clash for Char title in the top right 2 o'clock position. Now, Sin Chapung Ryung is quite an interesting map. There's been a lot of different variations of this map. This is from the 2008 Incru at OSL. This was actually one of the first maps I ever saw in the game, as it was used in the Stork vs Fantasy Finals. Pretty crazy game on this map, I must say. Of course, this will be a TVZ. We do not see an 8-Rax coming out of Shiny this time, so not going to cheese once again. It is possible he may go into a little bit of cheese later on, but for now we do see fairly standard play. Let me just set up the colours to make sure that's all updated on the overlay. And I'm just going to move the map overlay over slightly so it's in line with the rest of the overlay, just so it doesn't look silly. There we go. So we have the drone coming in to scout. It's going to scout that there is no 8-Rax this time. Shiny isn't being completely crazy. You see zoom out just a little bit. I mean, I could do that. I suppose that works. I could also hide the unit bar, to be fair. But the unit bar is quite small. I'll make sure that I keep the camera in the right place. We see Miso is actually going for the 12 hatch. Once again, I do apologise for the delay in between the semi-finals and the finals and the final games of the finals, but I wanted to make sure everything was fine for the players, so we will cast the possible final 2 games from replays instead. There is going to be less lag for everyone involved as well. The unit bar is actually here, Echo. This is the unit bar. The trouble is on the replay menu. I mean, you could actually turn this off, and then you see everything, but then you don't see the upgrades and things. So it's just one of those things. Quite small. It was quite a considerable delay, so I do apologise. But thank you for sticking with me, guys. Hopefully you've enjoyed the stream so far. We see a relatively normal pool timing. Nothing too crazy from either player, although this time Shiny is going for at least a factory expand. He's got enough gas to build his factory, and then he pulled the 2 guys out. It does allow him to get CC up a little bit faster, and he does have his factory coming out. The weird thing about this map, I don't really want to bring up the diplomacy menu. There's actually a large area above your main, and a very small area below. So it's actually better to build your buildings up here. Now, he's actually going into a starport. Now, is he going for the fantasy build, which was actually 1 fact 1 port dropship, or is he going to go for the more modern, the sort of end of the fantasy era style of going for a wraith and putting on some early pressure with the overlord, or to attack the overlords even? He's put guys back in gas. He knows that he won't be scouted for at least the time being. Miso has seen a Vulture has left Shiny's base, so he's going to be perfectly fine. He will actually already have the Sunken in position to defend against this. Shiny actually trying to be a little bit sneaky. Maybe will look to actually go and block the other base with a mine. But one thing to note is there is a back entrance into the natural here, and this will give him access to the very important drones early on. But this Sunken is so well placed. Look at this. It's going to be so hard for Shiny to actually do any damage, but look at that movement. Just an ever so slight move to try and get one drone. Doesn't manage it, but it will delay mining here, and until Miso actually has enough units to go and deal with it, he's not going to be able to do anything, but Miso this time is going for a 2-hatch Spire build, so Miso looking to be a little bit more aggressive this time. The Vulture is finally shot by the Sunken, and we do, as I said, see that Wraith coming out, going towards either that Fake Mech or the Valconic style. But of course you could go 2-Horde Wraith from here, and it's very possible that he will do, but it looks like if we see the Armory, which we should do here, yes we do, he is going to go for Valkyries, and that is going to be incredibly useful for him, knowing now at least that there is a 2-port or 2-hatch Spire coming out. This is going to be good for Shiny. Get those early Valkyries to help deal with the early Muta harass. But look at this, there's absolutely nothing to shoot up until the Spire's done. So this Wraith is actually going to be able to get 2 or 3 Overlords here for free. And then if Shiny plays well enough, he'll actually pull this back, which he most certainly will. And look how quickly he reacted and how quickly he went to attack this other Overlord. There is going to be some Scourge, or at least a Mutalist popping out anytime soon. And Shiny will pull immediately back. Miso just using his Overlords on the outside of the map, just checking for anything crazy. Wow, we actually see a burrowed Zergling. We see Burrow in this game, guys, and it's going to block the command center of Shiny, who is now forced to build turrets to defend against the 2-hatch Muta. Oh my god, the Scourge are coming in. Are they going to be able to get the Valkyrie and the Wraith? They're going to have to fly over some Marines and a turret, so it's going to be hard for them. This is going to be a very, very important dance here for Miso. Is Miso going to be able to react well enough? Is he going to be able to use his Mutalist to do the damage that he needs to? Looks like he's going back home just to get enough. Actually sending a drone down here to maybe look at taking his third base, not going all in with the 2-hatch Muta. The Vulture will actually move out and get caught immediately by the Mutalist, but this will of course scout the position of the Mutalist for him. He does now have 2 Valkyries and a Wraith. The Wraith can be used to deal with the Scourge, and there's actually a turret to see that burrowed Ling. Oh my god, he's actually killed the turret, so he could just, he could actually burrow again. But look at this, the Valkyrie does move in, one of them does go down to the Scourge, and Shiny, at least for now, will hold off this early Mutalist aggression. This one Zergling can actually burrow again. Yeah, there we go. He doesn't burrow in the same place, but it does force him to build yet another turret to try and expand. Miso now up to 4 Mutalisks again. Even has burrowed Lings just sort of sitting around to scout what's going on. Is going for his third base. He's not going all in with this Mutalist timing. He feels most likely that he's done enough damage. You know, he needs to be careful. The Valkyries, there's 2 Valkyries once again. That Ling actually having a 1 burrow because the turret was there. He is going to be in a decent position now. Money King Shiny is actually getting his natural expansion up now. He's now back up to 3 Valkyries, and when the Valkyrie count gets to a certain number, the Mutalists are going to have a lot of problems. Shiny once again showing how important scouting is. This is something I definitely want to implement into my own play. He just constantly sends SCVs out just to get as much information as humanly possible. And Miso with his Overlord scouting is doing the exact same. Some SCVs going down again. Oh my god, the Valkyrie shots, they killed 3 Mutalists there, I believe. And luckily enough, the Overlord tanking one of the shots there, but he's going to lose one of the Valkyries. Pulls it back just at the right time. And once again, the Valkyrie and Scourge count is just going to keep increasing. Obviously, the Valkyries, losing them is a bit of a problem for Shiny, so Miso is in a very good position in this game. He does have his 3rd hatchery up, actually opting to take the 4th hatchery right away. And is he going to build another hatchery up here? He is just containing... Shiny on 2 bases for now. The Mutalists are moving in, trying to do some more damage. They're going to fly straight into the middle line. Some nice Mutalist micro from Miso is going to be able to take down some SCVs. The Scourge chase away the Valkyries, but this could be a problem. His Mutalists are heavily bruised. There are 3 Valkyries in pursuit. No, actually 2 Valkyries now in pursuit of the Mutalists. Now look at this. There's actually an area you can drop behind the natural here or use your Mutalisks. Splitting his Mutalists up. Is going to try and deal with the Valkyries. He's bringing the Scourge in. Is he going to be able to deal the damage he needs to? No. The Valkyries go back to the turrets. It's such an intricate dance here by both players, trying to keep everything alive. And he did. He's built a hatchery at the 10 o'clock position here on this narrow map. There's only 2 barracks right now. The Valkyries are going to go in after the Mulists again. Another Valkyrie goes down, and Shiny just can't afford to lose all these very important expensive units. The Valkyrie looks like Miso is now on 5 bases. I was trying to keep the action on the Mulus for now, but he's actually built at 12 as well. So Miso has actually built a hatchery on pretty much the only bases without a hatchery is this gas base, and the 2 mineral only bases, which only actually have 4 minerals on. So Miso is in an incredible position. His supply is actually up. He's lost most of his Mutalisks, but he is rebuilding the Mutalisk flock now. And he just has so much production coming off of the 6 hatcheries. And Shiny is still pinned in his base. Shiny cannot leave. He's at his main and natural right now. And this is what allows Miso just to be so greedy with all of the hatcheries coming back in once again, cancelling yet another supply depot from building, and slowly taking down the Marines one by one. There is currently 4 Marines on the map, 5 Marines now. Mutas for a short time actually allowed gave Miso the ability to actually have more Mutas alive than Marines. Like, that's how crazy he's doing. He has Scourge here to cap anything trying to come out. Shiny still does not know what's going on. He's had to keep scanning to check for Hive, and also to check that the Zerg's drone count isn't too out of control. I mean, this is just so many bases, it's crazy. So Money King actually scans. He scans the natural to see the drone count. He thinks that... I believe he's seen this, and he's actually seen this as well. So he does know there's at least 4 bases right now, but Miso actually adding a 7th base within 11 minutes, so that actually went up at 10 minutes there. The Mulus have come back in. Shiny is so far behind, and Shiny is being shown by a real Zerg what you can do. It looks like he is going to push out with his Marine Medic and Tank Army. This is a scary army, guys. Don't be fooled. Shiny is very far behind on bases, but will Miso actually have the units to actually defend against this? When you have 7 hatcheries at 7 different bases, you don't have that many units. I mean, he is up in supply. The Mulus are going to come in from 2 angles, it looks like. Actually, he has 2 control groups of Mulus right now, and the tanks are going to slowly siege down the Sunkens. Can Miso actually make this engagement work? He's actually just A-moving onto the Marines. There's not enough Marines. Look at how many Mulus there are. This is absolutely insane. Shiny plummeting in supply. 12 Mulus still remain. And he's going to micro down the tanks as well, losing one of his hatcheries. But I'm not sure he really cares. And yeah, Mulus are pretty good on this map, and I mean, this is just the proof. It's so hard for Terran to do very much of anything. He's been trapped on his base all the time. 2 tanks do remain. He's going to try and take down the Spire, but he's losing everything right now. Shiny with a base on pretty much every other base on the map is in such a commanding position. And Shiny, unfortunately, and for the first time, is actually showing that the global the 1-ranked global Terran player for a very long time can actually be beaten. Miso has just played incredibly this game, losing a lot more Mulus again. And look at this, a Marine is actually scouting all the other bases. I cannot imagine that, like, if this was OGN. Like, if this was OGN, 2 Carapace done as well on the Mutalisks against just 1 attack. Now, can you imagine if this is OGN? The look on Shiny's face right now. There would be such a doom zoom on his face right now as he scouts the other bases, seeing just how far behind he is. He's actually scanning all the other bases on the map. He's just trying to work out what's going on. And yeah, I mean, Shiny has just been outplayed at every facet of this game, showing that Miso, with the 2-hatch Mutalisk play, just does an incredible job. The vessels are out now though, and is he going to split? Look at how quick that split was. He even killed his own Mutalisk, so he doesn't yeah, he doesn't actually lose anything to irradiate or anything. That was so good. I mean, such a good play. There's so many Mutalisks alive, there's so many Scourge, and so little forces left alive for Shiny, who is still mining in his main and his natural. I just missed a vessel going down there, so a bit unfortunate for Shiny. But once again, his marine count is back up. The Mutalisks are retreating. He's scanning once again. He's seen the other base as well. I cannot believe what Shiny must be thinking about right now. There's only 4 medics. There's just so many Mutalisks. Is the target fire going to be good enough? Can he still come back in the game? The production of Zerg is going to be crazy, but his economy well, I mean, his economy is probably going to be able to support this as well. He's actually now mining off of all these extra bases. Of course, the Terran Bio Ball is very, very powerful. Is this going to be enough to take out the other bases? Can Shiny expand? Shiny actually just scanned looking for the Mutalisks, but the Mutalisks are not there. They are going behind the army. It looks like, wow, we're seeing a sunken bust. 15 minutes into the game on the Terran side of the map. Looks like this base will go down, but look at this. Split Mutalisk so he won't lose anything to irradiate. Somehow, Miso is actually too scared to go into this army right now. Losing this base doesn't really mind. I mean, realistically, he needs his hive, but he doesn't have his hive yet. I just thought I'd better double check for that. This is going to be a lot of Marines. Of course, Defilers don't really help against, or help Mutas, because they do not get protected by Dark Swarm. But Shiny is doing an incredible job pushing the Mutalisk back. And I mean, Miso is just playing with his food right now, knowing that he's in such a commanding position, but Shiny is still keeping up on supply. I think this may be the moment. Another vessel does come out. Does it have Irradiate? A lot of the Mutalisks are actually dying. One of the Mutalisks does get split off immediately. There's so many Mutalisks though, there's just not enough Marines. I never thought I'd see this. There was actually more Mutalisks alive than Marines for the vast majority of this game. And the 1-1 Marines do not stand a chance against the 2-1. That is 2 Carapace, of course. Upgrades of the Mutalisks. The last vessel goes down, and GG is called. That was a crazy game, guys, and that was well worth the wait. That was certainly one of the most interesting TVZs I've seen in a very long time. Shiny just being picked apart by Mutalisks. It's almost like watching Jaedong play against someone in like 2010 on something like just trying to think of a good Muta map, something like Colosseum, I guess. Yeah, that was the map being played correctly. That was so good. I am so glad I got to cast that game. We are going to just report the win for Miso, who will actually tie up the series. So we will then move on to the final game, which will be on Neo Jade. Will Shiny win this game? Or will Miso prevent Money King Shiny from taking home the money this time? Money King has won 3 Clash for Chars in a row. Can Miso stop his? Can Miso stop his run? I need to stop looking at the chat, but we're going to go straight into the final game of this best of 5 finals. Such an exciting series so far. Shiny was an amateur beforehand. He never actually won a Courage tournament, but Miso was a pro. Yeah, the big thing in that game was Shiny lost too many Valkyries. He didn't have the Valkyrie count to actually do anything. Miso was in the top 24 for ASL 4, so that is kind of cool. We do have this time. This is of course Neo Jade, one of the more common maps in the foreign scene, so you guys probably have seen this. In the 10 o'clock position, we do have Money King looking to defend his title in the 10 o'clock, I just said 10 o'clock position, but as the Purple Terran. And in the bottom left, we do have his challenger, the ASL round of 24 player, Miso. Can he beat Shiny? Can he take out the world #1 global ladder player? Or will Money King take home the money once again? Let's just set the colors. We are yellow versus purple. Apparently I've just set it to 210, so I'm going to actually have to fix that. Let's just set them to both Yeah, I do apologise, we'll keep an eye on the game. Looks like we will have a 9 pool coming out of Miso this time. We do not see an 8 racks. You can go 8 racks on this map pretty easily, but no 8 racks here from Shiny. So we will see possibly a little bit more of a macro game moving forward into this series. This is of course the finals. The winner of this game will be the champion of Clash for Char number 8. And the replay bar, oh damn, Alt W, Alt Y, there we go. The one time I don't notice the chat, yeah, my bad. Okay, so we will see the barracks going down. The replay bar is such a pain. Now, the scary thing for Money King in this situation, he is up against a 9 pool, which should be finishing up shortly. The one problem he's going to have is Marines actually spawn on the outside of his wall. Like, this wall is link tight, it's 100% link tight, but his Marines spawn on the outside. He is not going to be able to defend his Marines. He's getting his gas. This is the right thing to do in this situation. He'll need to go into a Vulture at least. What is he going to be doing? Is he going to try and do 2-port Wraith? That would be kind of insane. But he does need a Vulture as soon as possible. The drone has scouted Money King first, so that, well, at least the Overlord didn't scout him. But here come the Lings. The Lings are now moving across the map. Looks like Money King is actually can he get his Marine in? He gets his Marine in the wall. This is such an important moment in the game. Is Miso going to be able to break down the wall with just Lings? It looks like he's not adding any more drones. He's not added a hatchery. Miso is going all in, but I don't think he can do it. He's not going to be able to break this wall. This is such a link-type wall. And there is a Marine. He is going to be able to catch this second Marine. But will he be able to deal with the Vulture that is going to be on its way at some point soon? It looks like Miso's still adding Lings, wanting to end this series in an aggressive fashion. And hopefully this game will not be a facepalm one, but he is actually going 1 base Lurker, or at least 1 base Hydra. Are we going to see a Hydralisk bust on this Terran wall? It is not PvZ. I could understand if you'd be a little bit confused, but Hydralisk is also what he'll need to do to defend against any Wraiths or anything. We see the Link going in. There's no reaction from the SCVs. Is he going to be able to repair quick enough? There's only 3 Marines repairing. The Lings actually have such a massive surround on the bunker. They're breaking through. Is Miso going to take the final with a 9 pool? He's broken down the Terran wall. He's going to supply block Shiny. Is the first Vulture out? The first Vulture is on the way. He'll be fine as long as he can keep the Vulture alive, but there are so many Lings. They have speed. The SCVs have been pulled. The Vulture is out, but there's just so many Lings here. He's not microing the Vulture. Can he hold on? Can he hold his ramp? This isn't in burst ramp. It's going to be a lot harder. This is such an important moment in the game. If he can hold, if the SCVs can hold, he can still win the game. But if the SCVs fall, he is going to fall. The Hydras are on the way. It looks like the Ling pressure has stopped. Shiny is only now unsupply blocked himself. He is getting a second Vulture. But is he going to be able to deal with the Hydralisks that are on the way to his main? Miso going super all in. No extra hatchery. My god, that was actually such an amazing hold by Shiny. What a brilliant maneuver. Actually getting speed on his Vultures as well. This is going to make it harder to deal with the Lings, but it will make it a little bit easier to deal with the Hydralisks. Is he going to win with a counterattack? If he gets the Vultures past the Hydralisks, he can actually win by killing every single drone that the Miso has. What is going to happen? Mines are nearly finished, but he may lose the machine shop. There is 4 Vultures now. 4 Vultures can actually deal with Hydras. It is hard, but he will have the repair going for him. Miso needs to be incredibly careful not to let the Vultures out of his sight, though. If the Vultures get back to his main, 2 of the Vultures have fallen, 3 Hydras are remaining. Another Vulture will go down, another Vulture spawns. Miso has lost the vast majority of his units. Another Hydralisk is going to go down. 2 Hydras remain against 2 Vultures and all the SCVs. A third one is coming in. And is Miso going to be able to stop Mines? Mines have finished. Has Shiny held on for long enough? I think he may have. Another load of SCVs do come out. They actually block the Hydra in the base. This is so bad for Miso right now. He's got the high ground. Is it going to be enough? The SCVs are on top of the Hydralisks. Has Shiny managed to do it? Has he held off the all-in for long enough? He's now moving out with mines. Miso is going to try and expand. But is it too little too late? Has he gone too all-in? Has Shiny done enough to take home the money once again in an incredibly close nail-biting finals and a nail-biting final game with an incredible defense? The Vultures are going for the run-by. This could be the end of the game right here. Is Miso gonna go back and defend, or is he gonna try and attack? He's going into the mines. I'm not sure he realizes just how many mines are here. He's blocking the ramp. This is the important moment here. Can he hold his ramp against the Vultures? Vultures still do a lot of damage against Hydralisks, but drones do not. The 3 Vultures are alive. The mines are being pushed through. Oh no! Oh no, the mines go off on the Hydralisks, and I think Shiny has done it. I think he's actually won the game. GG! Shiny takes his 4th Clash for Char in a row, and in a nail-biting series, Miso will go out in the final game to a failed all-in. What a great series. It was worth the wait. I understand I did make you guys wait for a long time. Thank you very much for sticking with me. Cool Flash. Get a Flash in here. Miso definitely showed some incredible play. He's certainly not a big noob. Like, he just tried an all-in that didn't work. Shiny just had the perfect defense. I'm just gonna do what they would normally do in like a pro league. I'm gonna go back to that amazing hold at the ramp, because this was the moment that decided the game. Okay, Miso is cool. Thank you, Cadenzi. So this was the moment where he pulled all of his SCVs. I'm going to slow it down because this is such an important moment in the game. There's actually no Vulture out. The Vulture hasn't started. The SCVs block the ramp. The Lings get confused. Look at how they're confused at the back. The Vulture still only on 1 kill. The SCVs, worth their weight in gold here, blocks the ramp for long enough for this Vulture to hold everything. I'm actually going to get dinner after this, but I will be streaming a little bit later on, like about an hour's time probably. I'll play some ladder, so if you do want to tune in to look. But that was the moment that decided the game. That was such an incredible hold. Even actually repairing all the SCVs. Back at home he was actually mining with more SCVs than Miso had drones. So the reverse ramp definitely somehow favouring Shiny, because he actually had less of an area to cover. Scan didn't actually play in this tour. He actually went to bed. He won the Rustbrain Cup earlier and a show match against someone, so he was really tired. And yeah, thank you. I'm actually going to go back out of the game. That was an incredible series. Yeah, he should have just run straight down, but he wanted to supply block him, I guess. An incredible series by both players. Hope that was all worth the wait. I know we've had a few weird little things happening today. Thanks to the generous donators. I'll just thank everyone again. The prize pool does finish at a sweet $156. Thank you, of course, to the donators. We have Gabriel Verlaine with his insane support again, with a $100 donation. You have Foxhan with the $5 donation. Very, very happy with that, as normal. Dimian Broodwar with the $1 donation again, which is wonderful, and Byron Felt, who started us off with a $50 donation. So thank you very much to those 4. Thank you once again, of course, to all the players who signed up. We did have 32 players today. I know a few people didn't make it. A few people sort of had internet problems and things. And I would like to also thank, of course, all of you wonderful viewers for tuning in and living through this wonderful Clash for Char with me. This was the 8th I've done in a row, and I hope to do many, many more. I will be back hopefully next week with another one. The TL Open for now, I think, has actually finished, so I'm not sure if I'll move this to Saturday, but it'll likely be on the same time next Sunday, because I may be going out Saturday. So once again, thank you all for tuning in. and you can find the VODs tomorrow if you want to go back and look at them. You can obviously see them straight after the cast on my past broadcast, but I will be uploading them to my YouTube, which you will find on youtube.com/KixSD. So actually it's KixSC, I think, for StarCraft. Yeah, I'm just going to link my channel just in case you want to check any other games from the previous Clash for Chars, and I will be back in about an hour or so to do some streaming, just to have some fun on ladder, maybe do some practice games. I will be going back to work tomorrow, so that's a bit of a pain, but you know what? You win some, you lose some. Thank you for the incredible tour, and I will see you guys next week. Oh, and thank you very much for the subscribe. I just saw that pop up. That must be to my YouTube channel, so that's cool. Thank you, and I'll see you guys soon.